Commodity TV from the Mines and Money conference in London 2023, and we are now here at the booth of a real, I would call it a uranium legend. James Sykes, the CEO of Baselode Energy, is here with us. Hi James, how are you?
Tim, I'm doing awesome. Thank you for that introduction.
No problem. How's the show so far?
Really good. I've had some quality meetings. I've met people that I didn't expect to meet, and I'm very happy with everything so far.
Okay. So what do I have to do to become a uranium legend? So could you give us an overview over your career, please?
Oh, you got to give up your life, number one. You really have to dedicate yourself to the cause, and that's kind of what I did. I dug deep into understanding what I was trying to find, and the rest is really history. I was fortunate enough to work on projects that did have deposits, so I got to learn what features you're looking for, and again, having a creative mindset, not following the herd, and being able to think outside the box goes a long way. Not just uranium exploration, but a lot of things in the world.
Okay. So when I have a look on your homepage, I can find the expression Athabasca 2.0. What is this all about?
Athabasca 2.0 is a concept that it's not really new, but the way that we approach it is new. Athabasca exploration has been looking for uranium mineralization at the contact between the sandstone and the basement rocks. We call that contact the unconformity. Now that unconformity can be anywhere from at surface to 1,500 meters below the surface. As you get deeper though, you get more water associated with the sandstone, and that creates an issue when you want to mine these deposits. So we understand that the history of the Athabascan, which formed about 1.7 billion years ago, it was a lot larger, but throughout many years of glaciation, the sandstone has been removed and the basin has become smaller. But all of our projects were at one point underneath the sandstone. So that brings into the idea that you can have these basement-hosted deposits, which we seem to be finding more of. Look at Arrow, Triple R, Griffin, F3's new discovery. Those are 4 deposits in the last decade or so that are all basement-hosted uranium. And these were overlooked in previous decades of exploration because everybody's looking for that unconformity. We're saying no. We're saying basement-hosted mineralization is the way to go. So all of our projects are strategically located on structures that we think could host these type of deposits.
And you're not only situated in the Athabasca Basin, but a little bit out of it. Is that right?
Correct, yes. So, and that fits with the Athabasca 2.0 strategy. We don't want sandstone. Simple as that. We know the history of mining in Saskatchewan, and it's all based on being outside of the sandstone. There's only 2 deposits that have gone underground mining in the Athabasca, and that's McArthur River, Cigar Lake. Both of them are over 300 million pounds before they started mining, and both were over 20% average U3O8 grade. If you don't have those grades or that size, you don't go into production with an underground shaft underneath the Athabasca. However, if you have smaller deposits and even lower grades, but you don't have that sandstone issue, you can mine those out. And that's been tried, tested, proven true in the Athabasca for over 50 years. So we're not rewriting history. We're not trying something new. Just the way that we have conceptualized our exploration target is the new approach.
Okay. So you have 2 projects that you are developing. One of it is ACKIO, which we can see here in the background, and the other one is Catharsis. And what has been achieved there so far?
We've actually got 4 projects. We also have the Bear project and the Shadow project. But all of our exploration so far is, with the drill bit has been focused on Catharsis and Hook ACKIO. ACKIO is our main deposit, and we're very happy with that. We've got mineralization starting as shallow as 25 meters beneath the surface. We see the bulk of mineralization between 25 and 190. We also see mineralization as deep as 320 meters beneath the surface. So we know that that system has depth potential. We will continue to drill ACKIO in 2024. Our Catharsis project, it was the first time it was ever drilled earlier this year. And we drilled 1,600 meters and 8 drill holes. Very successful it was a very technical success. We've identified the right structures, the right alteration. We've even identified fluids that had uranium-bearing characteristics within them. And that's exactly what we want to see. We want to find the structures to move the fluids. We want to find the alteration systems that tell us that hydrothermal fluids have been in the area. And we want to know that the fluids moving through the system were uranium bearing. And Catharsis drill program proved all of that. So we think that Catharsis is a big project. We've got about 40 odd drill targets on it. So we think that one of those should potentially have a uranium deposit on it. Fingers crossed.
What kind of grades did you get out of the first drill holes?
At Catharsis, we had a little bit of sniffs. They weren't too significant. 100 ppm, 500 ppm type of thing. So they weren't a success in discovering mineralization as itself. They were a success in discovering all of the features that we need to find for mineralization.
Okay. What are the plans for 2024?
Drill. We're going to drill. And then when we're done drilling, we're going to find another project and keep drilling that one. Okay. So like I said, we've got 4 projects. We're going to drill all 4 of those projects. That's the intention. We've got a 10,000 meter drill program planned for our ACKIO deposit and doing additional delineation and expansion drilling on there. We know that the system's open on strike still with high grades. We just reported the other day high grade 4% over 0.55 meters. That was within 8 meters at 1%, which is also within 15 meters at 0.6%. Very shallow mineralization at about 120 meters beneath the surface. That is open on strike. We see the potential for a higher grade mineralization system evolving at ACKIO. We also see there's the depth potential, and that's going to be a focus moving forward as well. But we really want to get to that mineral resource. We want to know how many pounds are there. So that's the goal for next year.
So drilling needs money. What's cash in the bank?
Cash in the bank is wonderful. We've got $17 million in the bank, about 17 million. We just raised $10.7 million last month, and yeah, that was oversubscribed within minutes after announcing it, and so very happy situation. That actually gives us $11.5 million for exploration next year that we have to spend as part of Canada's flow through regime. So it's a good problem to have, having to drill or having to spend $11.5 million. So
sounds amazing, and that in a very good let's say uranium environment. So the uranium market is hot. What are your feelings about the current status of the uranium sector?
We're still early. This is nothing, because even though the price of uranium keeps going up as it should be, the supply-demand imbalance has not moved. It is still wide. We see demand is increasing. China's building out reactors probably as quick as the States did back in the 70s. This is the largest nuclear deployment we have seen in 50 years. It's a crazy scenario. And so all of that deployment needs fuel. But where's the supply coming from? Ranger's shut down. Niger's got some difficulties. There are logistics difficulties in Athabasca. The United States aren't producing anything. Kazakhstan's curtailed. So the supply side is now, drastically reduced. And it's going to take a while for everything, mines on care and maintenance, to come back online. So we're not going to see the supply-demand scenario correct itself overnight. It's going to take a while. So I see a lot of upside potential. I can't give any numbers, but I just see the price of uranium continue to go up.
Sounds great to me, James. So thank you very much for this insight in your company and in the whole sector.
Thanks a lot, Tim.
Okay. So that was Commodity TV from the Mines and Money with James Sykes, the CEO of Baselode Energy. You heard it, uranium is hot, Baselode Energy is even hotter, and I believe James will make this company legendary. And so I would say check out the company, and bye-bye from London.